Hey guys, Negron Tech here. So today I have the pleasure of building an absolute monster of not just an editing PC, but also a gaming PC from my best friend. So this editing PC is gonna have a focus in Premiere Pro, and with that said, we're gonna start the build featuring the Raptor Lake Intel Core i9. This is the absolute monster of a CPU. This 13900K has 24 cores, 32 threads, and that's gonna really make a difference when it comes to video editing, which is the primary purpose of this build. Now, when we look at the i9, this Raptor Lake CPU versus AMD's most high-end offering, the 7950X, what's gonna happen is that Intel absolutely smokes AMD in almost every performance metric when it comes to Premiere Pro. So the motherboard, we're actually gonna go with Gigabyte on this one. So we're gonna get the Gigabyte D790 Aero G. This is absolutely one of the best motherboards that's available for creators. It has all the little nooks and gadgets you need for content creation. It has lightning fast data transfers. It has the new USB ports. It has USB-C. It has everything you can ever need. Now, the big question when it comes to this is either getting the Gigabyte Aero or the Asus Pro Art. The one huge factor is that this is way more affordable. Where we live in the tri-state area in the US, we're looking at a big $200 price difference, which is absolutely massive when it comes to shopping. Now, the budget for the total build is around $3,000, but even saving $200 here and there is huge. We have our PCIe 5, we have 4 M2 slots, we have everything you can ever want. The only big difference with this is that it only has 2 USB 2.0 headers. Now, for you guys that are wondering why that's important, the Asus Pro Art has 3. Now, for RGB intensive builds, that is important because you don't need to get that NZXT hub. You don't need to get a USB 2.0 header splitter, which means it's a lot more convenient to build. So with that said, the 2 is not extremely relevant to this build because we're not gonna have a lot of RGB, so it's gonna be much more convenient to build in. And in my personal opinion, the aesthetic when it comes to this motherboard is absolutely beautiful. I love the black and white theme, and just look for yourself, guys. It's gonna be a beautiful motherboard once you come out and see it. Up next for this GPU, we pretty much are limited to just going with NVIDIA. I am an AMD fanboy. I've been using them for 9 years. I do not use it anymore because I do focus on content creation now as well. And for this, we're gonna go with the absolute monster, the second best GPU available on the market right now, and that's gonna be the NVIDIA 4080. My best friend was lucky enough to get a Founders Edition from Best Buy, and the packaging is beautiful. The GPU itself is beautiful. So with NVIDIA, especially the new 40 series, you get ray tracing, you get DLSS 3, and for gaming, it's beautiful. But again, this editing PC is focused on Premiere Pro, and NVIDIA just absolutely destroys AMD relative to performance when it comes to price point. I know where you might be thinking, oh, well, why didn't you get a 4090? Well, the reason why we didn't get a 4090 is because in our area, again, you're not getting a 4090 MSRP. We do have a local micro center, and even the closest price points that you're gonna get to MSRP is maybe $200. Now, for my best friend, he's looking at a $600 increase from that 4080. He was able to get this at MSRP to the next 4090. The performance gains is not worth that $600. That's a 50% increase in cost. And when it comes to editing, at least in my opinion, it's not reflective to actually get that 50% increase in cost when it comes to performance. So for the case, we're going with the absolutely established one, a premier brand. We're gonna go with Lee & Lee. This is the Lancool 216. At its price point, this case punches far above its weight where it competes with other cases that are anywhere from $150 to $180. This absolutely has top tier airflow, and when it comes to metrics, you look at Gamers Nexus and you look at what their testing has done, it's in the top 3 when it comes to just airflow, right? You get 2 included 140 fans, 2 times 140 fans in the front. They go to 1600 RPMs and they are RGB, that's included. It's an incredible value. Again, this case is only $100. It punches so far above its waist when it comes from price to performance that it's almost a must buy. It really is. Personally, myself, I have the Lancool 3, and this is a case that I highly considered. Now, when we are looking at this case, we are gonna go with the all-in-one mount. So for our liquid cooler, we're gonna do the 360. It's gonna be top mounted. You can front mount up to 240. So additionally, again, one of the best things about the 216 is that there is a fan hub already installed in the case. That fan hub's just gonna get attached to the motherboard, and it's gonna make cabling, cable management, and powering the fans and the RGB a lot easier when it comes to actually completing the build. All right, people, time to get this beast built. Let's go. guys, let us know what you think of the build. I think the white and black with the silver accents really is super pleasing aesthetically. I think at a minimal amount of RGB, this build really just pops off. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I mean, if you guys would change anything, maybe change any parts, any of the hardware, maybe change any of the other pieces, maybe add more RGB, maybe add none. I don't know. Let me know what you guys would do. And if you guys are more interested, you can look at another video I just did. And that's in reference to the least streamers for this 4080. It is possible to add that to the 40 series GPUs. Just go look at that video right up there. And yeah, man. Thanks for checking in, Negron Technology, and have a good one, guys.